Music Production.
Yo, what is poppin'? There's a bunch of things I kind of want to highlight here on Bitfarms. Most importantly, we go to the weekly time frame, 3-day time frame, whatever. Look at this volume coming into the stock. This is absolutely insane. Now, volume always precedes price. You're going to see massive inflows of volume before you see a drastic move in the stock's price. And why that is because this is big money positioning themselves for a large move. We know what the catalysts are going into this year, the Bitcoin halving and the Bitcoin ETFs. Now, you also have to pay attention to some other bullish features. Like right now, Bitcoin mining fees are the highest they've ever been. So Bitcoin miners are performing and getting inflows of money, that revenue that they haven't made before. This is huge, right? Another bullish thing to be aware of. Shout out to HD Charting. Gali has been posting great content on Bitcoin miners. I highly suggest following her on X. But as you can see, Bitfarms here, their monthly BTC production has been essentially right on par with 2022. That's with an increase in competition in the mining space in 2023. So that's huge. Bitfarms is definitely one of the better players here. Another thing we want to highlight, out of the 446 BTC that they earned in December, they sold 444 of them for 18.9 million. This is one of the miners who is they're posting a lot of their revenue, their assets under management, all these things, they're posting it on their socials and making it easily accessible to clients. That could be a great bullish catalyst to invite more investors into this stock. So these are just a few things to be aware of. From a technical perspective, I have this zone marked out here. And as you can see, this is the $5 strike price for the May 17th, 2024 expiry. So why I think that's important is because the open interest on the option calls for that date were absolutely bonkers. Again, a little bit more bonkers before this small pullback, but even still, the volume is just too, you can't ignore this. Big money's positioning themselves because they do think that this price is way undervalued for the stock. Now, from a technical perspective, what we can look at here, right? This was a major zone. We're looking at 290 to 309. Major zone, and it was held as support here. We haven't revisited this zone since May 2022. And now we're in that area. It might just take a while for us to develop a base before we continue this rip upward, right? And another thing to be aware of here, this gap that we left from May 2022, we haven't been above it in a while. So what we might see here, we get this strong move to the upside, we pull back to retest, and then we continue upward, right? So these are all bullish catalysts to be aware of from a technical perspective on this stock. From a weekly time frame, when we look at the 8 EMA, we could just go sideways to create a bull flag pattern. Something like this, something like this. This is what we might be looking at to catch up to this 8 EMA and then continue on upward. I'm really excited for this name. I think that this will be one of the top gainers in 2024, and I'll be posting on a weekly basis, so stay tuned and we will see about that. Easy, guys.